Yes, sir.
Were you asking a question?
Yes. First of all, let me get on here on YouTube. Court will continue with the April 20th, 2022 docket. And we have Mr. Adler. Yes, sir. Which is your case?
Your Honor, it's the Joey Benamiel case, which is cause number CL220530-D, as in David.
Ah, okay. And who's on the other side? Let me see here. Ah, well, that would be Baker.
Would it be Michael De Leon?
So maybe Michael De Leon. He may be with them because I know a long time ago he was in that firm.
I see he's connecting.
Yes, he's connecting right now. All right, Mr. De Leon, you need to unmute. Okay. Can you hear me, Mr. De Leon?
Yes, I can, Judge.
Yes, sir. We're here on the April 20th, 2022 docket, and we have CL 220530D, Joey Benamel versus State Farm Lloyds. Is this one of your cases?
It is, Your Honor. Michael
Oh.
DeMille is here on behalf of the Mr. Benabil.
All right. And Mr. Adler's already in the screen. He's already here on behalf of State Farm Lloyds.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What do we have here, gentlemen? Is it a hearing application for appointment of an umpire?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay. Didn't we have this like yesterday or something with Mr. Willie McAllen?
I did with you, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. And I think what we did was, I think you were supposed to, or you already submitted 3 names, and Mr. McAllen was supposed to submit 3 by today or tomorrow, and I was supposed to choose somebody by Friday. Is that more or less?
That's what happened on that one, yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. So is this the same thing for this one?
It's similar, it's a slightly different claim. I mean, it's the same policy, so the same issue as far as who's a qualified umpire.
Okay.
You know, this one's a little complicated because there's a prior claim. And the claim that's in appraisal is a Hurricane Hannah claim with a July 25th, 2020 date of loss. But the insured actually had reported a previous claim, which I think Mr. De Leon also represented the insured on earlier that year. And I only bring it up because, you know, like under the State Farm Lloyds versus Johnson case, the appraisers are supposed to try and determine the amount of the loss, to resolve a dispute over the amount of the loss for a specific event. So they're only going to be going and trying to figure out what was the damage from the Hurricane Hannah loss, not from the previous loss. And so it's a very important, aside from the fact that the policy already has requirements for who qualifies as an umpire, they have to have experience and training with estimating construction and repair of the type of damage and dispute. This claim has that additional element that they have to only estimate the damage from the Hannah claim and not from previous damage. And so it'll require some subject matter expertise.
Okay. Mr. De Leon?
Sorry, Judge. I had a call using my phone. There is right. There's there are 2 claims, Your Honor. And so, but we did file this is our motion. We're asking the court to appoint an umpire in this case. We have submitted already, I believe, 3 names for the court to consider. I believe opposing counsel has as well. So, you know, we're fine wherever you decide to place as a
All right, I'll tag it along with the other one we did yesterday, and hopefully on Friday I can get those 2 appointments. Okay, gentlemen, then thank you all so much. You all may be excused. Have a great day, okay?
Thank
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Judge.
Bye-bye.
Number 6.
Number 6. Number 6, Miss F13 5907-4. In the interest of the Gavin Tyler Coca, a child. And I think we have Mr. earlier, Napoleon Coca. There he is. And I don't know who else is supposed to be showing up, but let's hear from the attorneys first.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joe Richard Flores on behalf of Mr. Coca.
All right.
And Judge,
Morning.
also on behalf of Carissa Huff, Judge, she is not present. She informed me that she is very, very ill.
Uh-huh.
Of course, she was asking for me to urge this court to more time for her to be present, but I'm basically leaving the court's discretion. It's a motion to enter order, Judge.
Okay, hearing for a final judgment. What happened here? Okay.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
This child is over 18 years of age. So he turned 18 in March of this year. So therefore, any orders regarding visitation and conservatorship are out the window. All we're asking is it's regarding the child support. I know we had entered into an agreement with Mr. Hinojosa that the respondent was not going to have to pay any child support to Mr. Coca, and we agreed to that. All you want to do is just clear that up in the order that there's no child support due, and also on the prior order that was entered back in 2007 regarding child support that Mr. Coca was going to have to be paying, that has been taken care of. There's no arrearages according to the AG's office. So we just want an order just to finalize this matter. The child is 18 years of age.
Joe Richards, correct. The child's 18. He actually emancipates this year. My understanding in May, he graduates high school. So there will be a complete emancipation in May. There was some visitation from mom in the order, but the child is 18. We had Miss Edna Cedillo, who just appeared. She was the ad litem on this case. This was a case that was resolved at a hearing, and we all reached an agreement and with the court's assistance. So I am just stating what my client's asking me to do, Judge, but Mr. Joe Richard Flores is basically correct in his statement. I don't know what Ms. Cedillo's position is at this time, Judge.
Your Honor, and I apologize. I was on another hearing, logged in a little late, but I know there was a dispute as to credits, which I believe Mr. Coca was entitled to be based on possession. I don't know if there's any other dispute, Judge.
There's no dispute in the order. It states basically, Ms. Cedillo, my client was basically asking for more time, that she's ill. But Mr. Flores did explain to the court that everything is resolved and the child emancipates basically next month.
Well, if everything is resolved, just submit an order signed by everybody and submit it to the court.
Okay, well, I had submitted an order. I had submitted an order prior to Mr. Hinojosa and Ms. Cedillo, but they didn't sign it because their client was having some issues regarding it. But I have submitted the order. I think everybody's in agreement with it right now.
Yeah, if there's numbers, credits, and whatnot, and everybody's already settled, everything's settled. Just submit an order.
The order that was basically filed by Joe Richard Flores on March 18th, 2022 does not have signature lines for the attorneys. I mean, it basically wants to send it as to form. I can sign off as to form, Judge, or the court can just sign the order how it is, but there's no signature line for attorneys, Your Honor, on the order that I received.
Can I just sign it the way it is?
I'll leave it to discretion, Judge.
Yeah, let me just sign it, folks. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you all very much. You'll have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
One more thing, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I believe Ms. Cedillo has already been paid in full. Is that correct? Cedillo?
That's correct, Judge. And at this time, I would ask to be released. I believe the child is already emancipated.
Okay. Is there anything in the order we need to change on that?
No, Your Honor, that's fine.
Regarding Ms. Cedillo? Ms. Cedillo, thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you all, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, on number 4, there's an intervener here,
Okay.
but there's going to be no action because Mr. Ortiz did file a, or I don't know. Oh, Mr. Zahadi
It's Sahari and who else? Mr. Ortiz?
and Mr. No, there's an intervener.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Jordan.
All right. Let me see here.
Mr. Ortiz was not going to appear.
All right. Mr. Sahari and Mr. King.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, folks. I believe we're here on CL 22-0393D, Remax Elite Karina Velasquez versus Nicasia Maldonado. Okay.
Yes, James Sahari, on behalf of the defendant, Nicasia Maldonado, Judge.
Okay.
Jordan King on behalf of intervener Abraham Torres or Thomas.
Abraham. Thomas, did I hear?
Thomas, yes, Your Honor. Abraham
Okay.
Thomas.
Thomas, okay. And so, and then Mr. Ortiz represents Remax?
Yes,
Karina
Remax
Velasquez?
Elite and Karina Velasquez.
Right. And so he's not around, he won't be showing up, I understand. So there'll be
Yes.
what? No action today?
Well, I don't think any action at all. I had reached out to them yesterday,
Okay.
them being Mr. Ortiz, and I advised them that their motion for default judgment had some incorrect dates in it. I think the bottom line, judges, there's an answer on file, so I think this the default is moot. Nonetheless, the answer to the plaintiff's petition was filed timely.
So originally it was set for default judgment?
It was, Judge.
So now there's an answer?
And
an intervener, right?
I did receive an email from Angela Villarreal, who is Mr. Ortiz's, I guess, I don't know, works there with Mr. Ortiz. And she indicated that they wouldn't be moving forward with it. They would pass the hearing. So,
All right. Okay. Okay, Mr. King. Understood then. We'll leave it alone. No action. Thank you very much. You may be excused. Bye-bye.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
Judge.
day, Your Honor. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Number what?
Number 3.
Number 3 we have here. Let me see here. I see Miss Spillman.
Is she here, Becky?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here on CL-21-3261-D for Lone Star National Bank, appearing on behalf of Bo Nixon.
Oh, okay. I'll put here Nixon. And we have, it'll be Lone Star Bank versus Joel Canales. And Mr. Guerrero? Roberto Guerrero? Okay.
Yes, and Your Honor, it's my understanding that the defendant is agreeing to the entry of the summary judgment. The bank and Mr. Canales have come to an agreement. So if we could take that up quickly if possible.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Guerrero.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. You're here on behalf of Joel Canales in CL 21-3261D.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. And we're set for motion for summary judgment. And I understand there's an agreement there?
Yes, but basically, we have an earnest money contract. We're selling a piece of property. Well, Mr. Canales and 4 of his siblings. Cano Enterprises wants to purchase a property. We've got earnest money contract signed. They put up some earnest money. And I think it's set to close in July.
Okay.
And I just wanted to, for the Lone Star to wait a bit. They can get the judgment. I don't have a problem with that, but I would like for them to wait until closing date before they file an abstract of judgment, so that it won't hinder
It won't hinder the sale. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it won't hinder the sale.
Okay. So on the motion for summary judgment, we grant it now and then to be signed what? Later, or you want to sign now, or what? How do you want to handle this one?
What I'm saying is hopefully we will close before that date. If we don't close before the termination of the contract, they can go ahead and file their abstract, Your Honor. We don't. We just want to be able to pay. I've spoken to my client, and he recognizes that he owes the money. He's one of the 5 siblings.
Okay.
And he recognizes that he owes the money. He wants to pay it, and we're just waiting. We were hoping that we could beat the clock and close it before it got to this point, but unfortunately, we weren't able to do it.
Okay, Ms. Spillman.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, it's my understanding that they're agreeing to the signing of the judgment as of today, and hopefully the closing will happen before the 30 days pass, and we won't abstract it until that happens.
Okay. All right. We'll do that then. Good luck with that, Mr. Guerrero, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you all. You may be excused. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You're gonna send me a mistake.
Sí.
Number 7.
Number 7. Number 7, we have a final divorce hearing on F 3602 20-4 in the matter of the marriage of Sonia Treviño and Vidal Gonzalez. All right, Mr. Matilowitz, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Anthony Matulak on behalf of Mr. Gonzalez.
All right, and Mr. Silva needs to unmute Mr. Silva.
Your Honor, I'm not on this case, Your Honor.
Are you not in this case? Okay.
No, Your Honor, Mr. Jackson should be on this case. I called him 2 days ago, his staff. They told me he was out of the country. I asked him to file a motion for continuance. Obviously, that's not been done. So I don't know how they want to proceed. One way or the other, if Mr. Jackson is not here, I will file a motion to show cause because it's not nice for me to wear a perfectly nice starched shirt for this court when there's not going to be a hearing.
There's not going to be a hearing. This divorce here, is it agreed to by any chance?
No, I haven't heard anything from Mr. Jackson. I sent him a proposed decree, I'm going to say 6 weeks ago when we had the hearing. Then I sent him another one 4 days ago, haven't heard from him. I called his office 2 days ago. They told me, oh, he's out of the country. I said, so you'll file a motion for continuance? They said, yes, we will. Obviously, that's not in the courts, so I don't know how to proceed from here.
Okay, and so in this case, there's family, I mean, there's children and there's property?
Children, there's some issues that need to be resolved. It's just, where's Mr. Jackson?
Okay, did you all even mediate this case?
Nope. I don't see a need for mediation yet, but I haven't heard from Mr. Jackson. I mean, it's very hard to have anything to do with a case when you propose a divorce decree, you send it to the opposing party, and the opposing party doesn't even answer you.
And it makes you even wonder if Mr. Jackson is even the attorney in the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't even know that. Yeah. I don't know. Can we have Bailey call? Bailiff? Rick, can you call Rick?
Yes, Judge. Let me call that office.
And ask if he's still the attorney in the case.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Silva's for which
I
one?
don't know, we have Mr. Silva.
Mr. Silva, which is your case?
Your Honor, some time ago, we mediated this case, F 4868-21-4, and we got an order setting hearing.
Mr. Silva, can you fix your mic or get closer to the mic?
I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I've had trouble with this camera that's got a built-in mic on it, sir. So I don't know if you can hear me now.
Okay, I barely hear you, but which case are you on, sir? F what?
It's the order setting hearing that was sent to me back on February 28th is on 4868-21-4 in the interest of Joaquin David Diaz.
Yeah, that's not set for today. I mean, this is not.
I don't know, I need to run it.
Okay, we're gonna.
It's not on the docket, Your Honor. If that's okay, because what we reached a mediation agreement, but we haven't gotten the final orders circulated and signed off. So there's really nothing to prove up today, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah. If you have an agreement, just do it in writing and submit it for the court signature.
Okay, Your Honor. Is that okay, Judge? Because we were told
Yeah.
to have a prove-up hearing, but it's not a divorce case. It's just a SAPSR case, Your Honor.
It's a SAPSR. Okay, one moment, sir. What?
Judge.
Who's on the other side? Do you know, Mr. Silva?
Your Honor. Your Honor,
Yes.
Dennis Ramirez.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ramirez.
And Mr. Silva is absolutely correct, Your Honor. This is a SAPSR, and it's a final pursuant to a mediated settlement agreement.
Oh, okay.
And I will prepare that. I've been tied up on another matter. I will send it to Mr. Silva, and with the court's permission, with counsel's signature and parent signature, will the court accept that?
That'll do it.
Okay. Thank you,
That'll
Judge.
do it. Thank you very much. You all may be excused. Have a great day, guys.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, on Mr. Matilowitz, we're waiting on a phone call here. I'm trying to see if the bailiff can give me any news on this.
Thank you.
Wow, so many. I think the big question here, Mr. Matilowitz, is if Mr. Jackson is even in the case.
Well, he made an appearance.
Right. But
I
then
send him a proposed order. So if you're not in the case, the very least is you answer the proposed order. I called his office. They told me, no, he's not here. We'll file the continuance. So and there's no motion to withdraw. And we're having a case standing in there. So if nothing else, I don't know what to say.
Mhm.
And I'm fairly easy to get along. I mean, but for me to get to, I mean, if he doesn't show up, I will file a motion to show cause because, as I said, I don't like wearing a perfectly nice starched shirt for nothing.
Judge.
Okay. Yes, sir, bailiff.
Judge, for the record, I have the court staff and Mr. Jackson on the line, paralegal by the name of Victoria, who's confirming that Mr. Jackson is out of the country in Mexico, will not return until tomorrow morning. She is confirming also that Mr. Jackson does represent Sonia Trevino. Also that she's indicating to the court that Mr. Jackson called the court to let us know that he was going to be out of the country, but did not file his motion for continuance. I indicated to the staff that there was no call received by Mr. Jackson at all.
Right. We haven't heard. We haven't heard. Okay.
That's it, Judge. Yes, sir.
All right. Then, oh man.
Okay. So what should we do? Should we file a motion to show cause, or what should we do? Or should we address that one, or the court will file one on its own motion? What should we do?
Okay, so let me just what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Let me see, Mr.
But
Matilowicz.
there's nothing to set if they don't have an agreement.
No, there's agreement.
They need to get together.
Right. So you said did you mediate informally?
We haven't talked. We haven't even talked. I don't even see the need for, if you have two attorneys that are not talking, there's nothing to mediate because you don't know what's going on.
All right. So then we're gonna have to set it for
motion to show cause. I think is a proper thing. That will get everybody moving.
I think that'll be the motion that's gonna put pressure on everybody here.
Well, he needs to file the motion and give me an order.
Yeah, file me an order, file a motion, Mr. Matilowicz, along with the order, and we'll give you a date, okay?
Okay, thank you. You're on the other.
Sorry about that, because I'm here to move cases, but if like you said, if one lawyer is missing, we can't do it.
Yeah. We have a problem with your staff because this is the second time that the Zoom meeting ID they send us and the passcode is incorrect.
Okay.
So when I did the one that they followed in the ocean was for yesterday, and we actually had to call. So that's something you may want to take a look into.
And I apologize for that, Mr. Matilowicz, and that is my doing. As you well know, there's hundreds of cases that we set a day, and I am sitting in front of a computer for hours. So I apologize for that inconvenience.
No need to apologize. I just want to make sure that it's not on my end.
Right. No, we won't do it again. All right.
No, it can happen again. It's just, I mean, the only people that don't make mistakes are people that do not work and myself. Other than that, it's perfectly understandable.
Okay, there you
go. And
go.
also next time, just make sure that you dress proper and wear your coat.
We can go. We can show a motion, and we can take this to the Supreme Court of Texas.
Okay. All righty.
No, I'm sitting down. My coat breaks. I don't think I'm dressed inappropriately. If you want to, you can hit me, and I'll gladly go there, and we can take that. But I think there's a ruling on the Supreme Court of Texas. Okay. But anyway, thank you.
All right. So you're gonna file a motion for what's on show?
I'll file the motion.
Yeah, file it, and we'll get you a date. Okay.
That'll be fine. Thank you very much.
All right. All right. Thank.